The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
After 271 days, the Lady Eagles are getting set for action for the first time in 2020 and the 2021 season with Mike Mincey. I'm Michael Watchering for the Eagles Sports Network. And, Coach, it's been a long layoff, not just since the last time you played a game, but you also had the quarantine period there as well. What's the mindset of your group getting ready for the season on Wednesday against Newberry?
I think we're like all the other teams, that some that have already played and some that haven't. I think they're just really excited to be able to get back on the court and compete. And from me all the way down through the 11th guy, we're just ready to play against somebody else, and hoping that tomorrow when our results come back, they stay in the negative, and that Newberry's are in the negative and we get a chance to play.
What has preparation been like over the last, week or so when you were able to hit the hardwood yet again for your team getting ready for Wednesday night?
Well, I was really impressed with our team. Clearly, we did not practice for 2 weeks, and when they came back there on the 25th, I was pretty pleased with their conditioning. They had assignments to do and to do some conditioning on their own, which they had to, because we really only had Harley and Braylon here, and that they had to do stuff on their own as well. So Wednesday was good. Took Thursday off for Thanksgiving. They spent that time with their families, and then back on it Friday. And I think I mentioned to it on Friday that because their conditioning was where it needed to be, we could get things done within the scheme work of what we're trying to get done as a basketball team.
Complete opposite situation on Wednesday. Newberry has played all three of its regularly scheduled games. What advantages, disadvantages does that have for you?
Well, I think it gives them some advantage. I mean, they've obviously, this is a different time. This is a different season. They've gotten to experience 2 road games and 1 home game of playing during this COVID season and what all that entails. And so going into their 4th game, I'm not going to say that they have a true advantage, but they do have somewhat of an advantage because they've been able to learn some things against other opponents, of which, we're going into it with a lot of returnees, but we do have, some new keys to us. And we're obviously, first game we're playing without one of our best players in Kayla Marisite. So I'd give them a little bit of advantage, but I know that our excitement level should be pretty high on Wednesday when we get to take the floor.
You mentioned the no more Kayla Marisites on the team. That leaves a big hole from a rebounding perspective. I think we talked about it for the last 3 years, just how critical she was to the success of this team. How does your team mask that loss rebounding the basketball?
I mean, people are just going to have to pick up the slack. Obviously, she made that part of her game was to be an elite level rebounder. And, we've challenged everybody on our team that, even though she was a double-double last year and she's over 12 rebounds a game, someone's going to have to pick those up. I don't think we're going to have that one person that's going to get 12, but over 2, 3, 4 people, we're going to have to pick that up, because I do think that, getting over 40 some odd rebounds a game and having that margin between 5 and 6 is obviously really critical to our success.
What's the biggest key to your team for getting a win on Wednesday?
I think we need to score well. Obviously, we're an up-tempo, offensive-type team. Hopefully, our conditioning's where it needs to be. I mean, it's not as good as it's going to be in February with all the things that have gone on, but we do have depth. We have a lot of people that we can play and intend to play them. So hopefully, we kind of mesh together, and the offense is flowing. Obviously, things cannot be as smooth early in the season, especially not being able to play outside competition. But at this point in time, with all things considered, I'm very happy with where we're at, and if we can make some shots and get the tempo going right, that's how I like for us to play.
Coach, thanks for the time. Best of luck Wednesday.
Thank you, Michael.
He's Carson-Newman coach Mike Mincey. I'm Michael Watchering for the Eagles Sports Network.